refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
How everybody doing this evening? This late evening, I must say. Welcome to another episode of RBO. It's your boy Vaughn, and we back with another episode to talk some basketball. Now we got two topics today. One topic is the WNBA. The MVP race is heating up right now, so we're going to talk about our top 5 candidates for MVP. And then we have an NBA topic where I have a guest coming on. He's going to talk about his Miami Heat, and he's going to let us know, are they real contenders or are they pretenders? It's early in the year, you know, off season still going on. A lot of things can happen. But we're going to talk about that as well. But before we get started, I want to shout out my Mystics right now, man. Mystics doing their thing. They're up 13 right now against the tempo. Fourth quarter, I believe, just now starting. Yep. And they're looking good, man. Leading by defense. Kiki and Shakira Austin, the best front court in basketball. Already got double-doubles already. Game ain't even over yet. So shout out to them, man. But also, down low in our description, I want you to check out all the different shows on the R2L network. We have a baseball show. We have college sports shows. We have football, boxing, a little bit of everything. So make sure you go down low and check those guys out. And also, there's also another link down there to become a member to join the R2L family. We have live chats on Instagram where we talk live sports. We get live updates. You get a little bit of everything, man. You get, like, every day it gets crazy in there. It's just it's a lot of beef and a lot of fun, I must say. But it's a good time. If you like to talk sports, you know, all the time on a day-to-day basis, the chat is where you want to be, man. Especially if you're a fan of a team. Especially if you're a football fan. On the football Sundays and Mondays, it go crazy in the chat. So make sure y'all check that out as well. Become a member of the R2L family. And last but not least, like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody that's a basketball fan. We touch on WNBA. We touch on NBA. When college starts, we're going to dip and dab in the college basketball as well. We're going to do a little bit of everything pertaining to basketball. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into the first topic, okay? Okay. And the first topic, like I said, I got a guest coming. So we're going to earn that giving. These top 5 women I'm about to talk about here is earn not giving. Listen, we got some ladies here, man, and they've been putting on a show this year. And I want to talk about 5 ladies that I think are the top ones to be MVP. Excuse me. And we're going to start with a person that didn't make the top 5. I want to give a shout out to Paige Beckers. She is right there, I believe. She's definitely going to be an MVP candidate. You know, excuse me. Her team, you know, they're in playoff contention. I think they are still building the right team around Paige. I'm not sure if her and Enrique can really, really, really flourish playing the style they play. Now, adding the AZ Fud, which she did just get injured for the remainder of the season, it kind of helped them out a bit, a more off-ball player. But Paige Beckers, to me, I think that she is definitely going to win one, but she does not crack my top five. She does not crack the top five. Shout out to Paige, though. She's having a great year. I think she averaged about 20 points, 5 assists, and she's leading her team. No one expected the Wings to really be good this year. They're not great, but they're in playoff contention. So that's all you can ask for when you're a team that was picking first overall this year. Literally, they had the last 2 first overall picks. It's kind of similar to, kind of similar to the Fever. The Fever got Aaliyah Boston, then they went and got Caitlin Clark, and now you see them. They're contending now, you know. So the Dallas Wings are looking to do the same. I think they had to make one more move next year. Jessica Shepard has been a beast, so I think they need to make one more move. But let's get on to the list. All right. Coming in at number 5, we got a dynamite scorer here. And that's my girl, Kelsey Mitchell from the Indiana Fever. Woo! She been getting buckets, averaging 24 points. And she just tied the WNBA record for the most 20-point games consecutive with 20 of them. So she's just had her 20th. She had her 20th 20-point game this year. And she's been balling, man. She's been giving the Fever exactly what they need. She's been consistent. She shows up almost every single night and puts up her numbers. I believe that 24 points gets her second place in scoring this year. And I knew someone was going to say 5 is too low for her. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's hard for me to put her number anything higher than that because she has another player on her team that is balling as well. You know, it's not like she's literally, I'm not saying carrying, but she's not carrying. She's doing her job as far as scoring the ball. And the best thing about it, you guys, she's averaging 24 points. She's shooting 50% from the field. She is money. 44% from 3 and 85% from the free throw line. So she's a very efficient scorer. And I'm loving what I'm seeing from her. You know, when Caitlin Clark first got to Indiana, I was telling people, like, listen, she's nice. Don't get me wrong. They were trying to compare, like they say, how come Angel Reese's team ain't winning like her team? Because Angel Reese ain't on a team like her. You know what I'm saying? She had Marina Marbury. Don't get me wrong. She nice. But Aaliyah Boston is one of the best bigs in the league. Kelsey Mitchell is showing everybody. Everybody's finally seeing how good she truly is. She is a bucket. And it's not like she just catch and shoot. She can get down and dirty. She got handles. She got moves. So shout out to my boy Carl. I knew he wasn't gonna like this. He's been talking about Kelsey all year. He said that 5 is too low, and he's saying true, but Kelsey legit is the closer. I get it. She's definitely the closer. But the person that has the ball in the hand, the person that controls the offense is not her. So I got Kelsey Mitchell coming in 4th. You know, like I said, if you got another player on your team averaging 2 points less than you, like, it's hard for me to make you the most valuable. You feel what I'm saying? So Kelsey Mitchell comes in at number 5 for me. At number 4 is Breanna Stewart. Yes, Big Stewie is in there. Big Stewie is right now 5th in scoring, averaging 20 points a game. She averages 8 rebounds a game, 3 assists a game, while getting 1 block and 1 steal per game. So the New York Liberty, they didn't have Sabrina the full year, but they're still 22-15, pretty decent record. They're still getting into the playoffs. They won a Commissioner's Cup this year, and Breanna Stewart is playing pretty well. She's shooting 40% from the field. She's not excellent from the 3, only shooting 26%, but she's a 34% career shooter, so we don't expect her to really hit a lot of threes. And she's 85% from the free throw line. And right now, I think she's helping the New York Liberty stay afloat. I think they won their last 10 out of 11 games since that blowout to the they got blown out by the Fever. But Breanna Stewart, I think she's having it's under the radar year. She hasn't had a lot of crazy game. She is getting older. She's a veteran. She's a player that's been doing this for a while. She's a 2-time MVP winner. So, but I have Breonna Stewart at number 4. I feel like she's definitely deserves to be up in these MVP conversations. No one else on her team is averaging 20 more points, and she's definitely a model of consistency for her team. So shout out to Breonna Stewart as well. All right, number 3. Now, this one it gets hot. This one it gets hot. Number 3, we're gonna go with Caitlin Clark from the Indiana Fever. Yes, that's why it was hard for me to put Kelsey Mitchell higher than number 5. She almost didn't make the list, but I had to give her respect because she's definitely balling out. Second in scoring is a lot. That means a lot. But Caitlin Clark has emerged on the scene. She was like number 4 or 5 to me at first. Kelsey Mitchell's kind of ahead of her. A lot of people saying Kelsey Mitchell is the best player on that team. Pump your brakes. She is the scorer. We get it. She got the best moves. She's the best scorer on the team. We're doing that. See, here we go. Now, what really did it for me was this past month, these past 11 games. Caitlin Clark has elevated her game, and she's definitely past Kelsey Mitchell. I'm sorry, Carl. My eyes, she's past her, bro. In her last 11 games, Caitlin Clark's averaging 26 points, 9.4 assists, 3.5 rebounds, shooting 50, 40, 87 shooter splits. And right now, she is dominating the ball, and they have, in those 11 games, they've had 117 offensive rating, which would be a WNBA record if the season ended right now. She has them clicking and firing on all cylinders. She's the first person to average those numbers within an 11-game stretch, to be quite honest. Right now, what's she at? Caitlin Clark is averaging 22 points, 8 assists, 44% from the field. Well, I'll give her 45. 35% from 3, 85% from the free throw line. She's having a pretty good year. And then, on top of that, she's the only player in the WNBA top 3 in points and assists. So she's 3rd in points, and I believe she's first in assists now, I believe. Yeah, I think she's first now. She was second behind Alyssa Thomas. Yeah. Well, actually, there's like 1A, 1B. Thomas at 8.2. She got 8.3. You feel me? But Caitlin Clark, see, for me, who has, the most pressure on them? And I think it's Caitlin Clark. When you have to run the offense as the point guard, her usage rate is much higher. She executes. She's the reason why this team is running as smooth as they run. And I believe, because they don't have a lot of good finishers over there. It's only really Kelsey and my girl, Aaliyah Boston. Sophie Cunningham be breaking layups left and right. Oh, my goodness. If she had better finishers on that team, I can see her averaging like 12 assists in a season. She's that gifted of a passer. She knows how to advance the ball up. She knows how to make cross passes. She does a little bit of everything. Caitlin Clark is having a pretty great year, and the Fever are 24-12. They're in contention. I don't think they're going to win it. But they are in contention. When you have the number 2 and number 3 scorer on your team, that's a dangerous duo. That's the best backcourt in basketball. I mean, you got to give it to them. Those two ladies put on all day, every day. Shout out to my man Angel Reese, fine. Got Angel Reese, yes sir. Shout out to Angel Reese. That's my girl. She's a rebounding machine. She's gonna go down as the best rebounder ever. We gonna stamp that. She's gonna be the best rebounder ever. We gonna go ahead and stamp that. Shout out to my boy Odo here, Atlanta Dream / Angel Reese fan. Shout out to him. But yeah, Caitlin Clark is having a good year. I can't deny it at all. She's playing pretty well. I think she deserves to be number 3 on the MVP list. All right, let's move on to number 2. Number 2, we got to get a young girl some respect. Now, listen, a lot of people are going to sit here and say, she don't got better numbers, though. It's all about the impact. Olivia Miles is number 2 in MVP votes. well, not votes, in the MVP race, according to RBO Vaughn. I'm gonna say it again. Olivia Miles, the front runner for Rookie of the Year. I knew that once they drafted her. We like if anybody been watching Olivia Miles, you know that she is like that. She's like that. Shout out to Carl again. He think Olivia Miles #1. Carl, I'm gonna break it down for you. I got you. Stay there. Relax. I got you. Just get you. Hope you got some Chipotle or something over there playing. Yeah, just relax. I got you. Olivia Miles right now is averaging 19 points, about 4.6. I'm gonna give her 20 points, 19.9 points. I'll give her 20. Averaging about 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and she's shooting 59%. 49.7% from the field, pretty much 50. She's also shooting 40% from 3, which is pretty good. She only shoots about 4 a game, which is a good number. And she shoots 87% from the free throw line. She's having an efficient year, but the main reason why she's really in the MVP conversation, man, the Minnesota Lynx was without their best player for most of the year. They still was #1 in WNBA. Soon as she stepped on the scene, everybody knew who she was. Soon as she stepped on the scene, everybody felt her presence. She's a scorer. She's a passer. She's a person that plays some pretty decent defense, in my opinion. And I feel like the best part about her game is she doesn't have to dominate the ball to be good. But you want her with the ball because her floor general skills are just so elite. A lot of players say she plays like a veteran already. Olivia Miles, so then look, the Lynx get their best player back, which is Carlia, Big Fee. Shout out to Carl. And Olivia Miles is still dominating the ball. She is still the best player on the court most games for this team. And I feel like that goes to show how good she is because Carlia could have came back and she could have definitely, you know what I'm saying, forced her way into the games. But she doesn't do that. Shout out to my little bro, JMO 6 Mil. Yes, sir. Olivia Miles like that. Had them balling before Collier came back from injury. Exactly. They were the best team they've been the best team all year. And a big shout out has to go to Olivia Miles for that. So Olivia Miles, you automatically gonna win that Rookie of the Year. I don't gotta talk about that. That's easy money. #2 in MVP voting. She gotta be. I gotta give her respect. Yeah, bro. J-Mo said, yeah, bro. I don't think Olivia Miles' usage rate even went up there with the other stars, and she still be dominating. Yeah, man. She definitely be dominating. And, well, I can give you her usage rate because her usage rate is not super high, but it ain't super low neither. So, I mean, I got it right here, I believe. Hold on, give me 1 second. Where's she at? There she go. Yeah, it's not that high, J-Mo. It's 27.2 usage rate. It's the highest on the team for sure. But like you said, it's a lot of other stars that like Caitlin Clark. She dominates the ball a lot more. All right. So we gotta go ahead. We gave our shout outs to the people in line, you know, try and get the MVP. But I'm about to talk about who gonna get the MVP. Because to me, this is hands down. I gotta put both hands. Hands down. #1, Aja Wilson. What are we talking about? Really, what are we talking about? She leads the league in points. She leads the league in blocks. She leads the league in field goals made. Did y'all know the only player to average 26 points ever was Aja Wilson? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know Aja Wilson is the only player in WNBA history to score 1,000 points in a season? She's about to do that again this year. She needs like 100. I think it's like 139 points, something like that. Aja Wilson is hands down the best player in the WNBA, and she's dominating on defense. Shout out to Earl. Do you think she's gonna be the face of the WNBA? I don't know about the face, Olivia Miles. Caitlin Clark kind of got that right now because she just. But they're challenging, and there's some players coming in. I think the WNBA is about to get a lot more good players that's going to challenge this Caitlin Clark thing because Olivia Miles, Paige, then you got Juju coming. So we're gonna see. J-Mo, yeah, Aja averaging like 26 or 27, and she probably defensive player of the year again. She's number 1 in blocks. J-Mo, she's doing it. I got some more stuff for y'all. Did you know she's the only player in WNBA and NBA history to lead the league in scoring and blocks? And she did it twice. She about to do it for a third time. Another thing, she's 139 points away from scoring 1,000 points in a season. The second time this ever happened in WNBA history. Only player to average more points than her this year was her in 2024, 26.9, and that's the WNBA record. So come on, man. I don't see how anybody else can say anybody else should win MVP, to be quite honest. I just don't. She's averaging the most points. She's blocking the most shots. She's top 5 in rebounds. She does it all. And when she doesn't score 20 points or more, her team is 4-6. So they need her to do this. Now, Carl say what? I get all that. I really do. But Olivia Real Life put the links on her back, like you said. See, that's what people get things twisted. She didn't put them on her back. She balled out, yes. But we're not going to sit here and act like Kayla McBride's not having a decent year. We're not going to sit here and act like Courtney Williams isn't a hooper. We're not going to sit here and act like Natasha Howard didn't have a coming back to life season. They have a really good team over there. Olivia Mouse has been the orchestrator. She has been the glue to put everything together, but she's not putting the team on her back. I'm sorry. J-Mo, yeah, Diana Taurasi averaged 25 points. That's the next highest, I think. Aja a dog, and when she's done, she's going to have a legit GOAT case. That is a fact. They talk about who the best WNBA players ever. Aja in that list already, in my opinion. Aja is already in that list. I mean, she has four MVPs already. two or three defensive player of the years already. Like, she's dominating the game. 2 scoring titles already. About to get another one. I mean, it's hard to deny greatness. Now, I get it. Some people, when LeBron kept winning, they want to find somebody else to give it to. That's what they do. Now, if they're going to do that to Aja, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing I can do about that. But the numbers don't lie. The impact don't lie. She is phenomenal. Just phenomenal. And she's having a phenomenal season. Carl say, I really do get what Aja doing. She a South Carolina shorty. Them Aces better stop looking bad, though. Well, the Aces, they're not looking. Now, the thing I can say about the Aces, they're not as deep as they used to be. Losing, what's the girl name? She a beast, too. She a beast. Plum. Losing Plum, they picked up Jewel Lloyd, but she is an old veteran just to come off the bench and hit a 3 or 2. She don't even be balling like she used to. So they don't have the depth that they're accustomed to having. Now Jackie Young is having a great year. They're starting 5. It's really 4 out the 5 that's really be balling consistently. And I think that's their main problem. They just don't have that depth. That's why Aja Wilson has to carry. I don't see them winning it all. I mean, they have a shot when you got Aja out there, but I think it's going to be tough for them this year. That's your 5, though, man. That's a 5. Number 5. I'm going to go by one more time. Number 5, Kelsey Mitchell. Number 4, Big Stewie. Number 3, Caitlin Clark. Number 2, Olivia Miles. And number 1, Aja Wilson. Hey, you can hate your boy if you want, but I'm telling you, Aja is her. She going to get it done. I'm telling you. And if she don't get it done, it's just because they tired of giving her the MVP. Just like they did LeBron, like they do Jokic. That's what they do. But if you look at the numbers, the impact, it's hard to deny Aja Wilson from her 5th MVP. Her 5th MVP. Woo! Them girls, man. I'm telling you, them girls get me fired up. All right, now. We about to move on to the next topic. Make sure you like, subscribe, you share. Anybody that's a fan of the game basketball. You feel me? I'm not going to say the NBA. I'm just going to say the game of basketball. You feel me? Shout out to the WNBA. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. You guys are going crazy right now. You know, I love to interact with you guys. Hey, Carl, I knew you was gonna have some beef with me, but you know, Olivia, she closed. I was about to put Caitlin in front of her. However, the impact she's had all season is hard for me to think. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to me to think. All right, one more. J-Mo said, I was thinking Olivia Miles was 1-2 because of what I've been watching, but looking at stats, age is number 1 for sure. Hey, man, it's hard to give Olivia Miles. She don't have, if she would have been averaging like 22, 9, 8 assists, you know what I'm saying? We could have a different conversation. But she's barely scratching 20. She averaged about 6 assists. So she trust me, she ain't going nowhere. She gonna get her one. Somebody gonna beat Asia out one of these years. It just ain't gonna be this year, in my opinion. All right, man, we're gonna move on to the next topic. I got my boy waiting, you know, to step up in here. And he trying to go blow for blow. You know, I talk some trash about these Miami Heats. You know what I'm saying? And Dave said, yeah, put some respect on my name. So he said, I'm gonna come on RBO and we could squabble out on there. So I'm about to bring my boy Dave up. So without further ado, he has his own show on the network, Dave's Doghouse. He's been killing it. Without further ado, I'm gonna bring up my guy, Davey Dollars.
What's happening, RBO Vaughn? How you doing, my guy?
Boy, how you feeling, man?
Hey, man, it's good to finally be able to talk about my Miami Heat. You know,
yes, sir.
A lot of stuff is going on in the off season. I've been pretty quiet, but I get a chance to finally say something. So, hey, I appreciate you allowing me to come on your show. You've been actually killing it yourself. We see the numbers of the subscribers that we've been battling. We top 3, so we know exactly what's going on right now. So, hey, let's continue the competition. Let's keep growing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad to have you on, man. You know, it's always an honor to have, especially a fellow member of the network. You know, it's always an honor to talk some good ball. But, you know, before we get into that, we had a big trade that went down between the Cavaliers, the Nuggets, and the Clippers. So the Cavaliers ended up receiving one of the players I was vouching for. I'm trying to get him on Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find a spot for him. But they ended up getting, Peyton Watson from the Denver Nuggets, and Max Strus ends up going to the Clippers, and the Nuggets ended up getting the picks, and they ended up getting Julian Reese, which they say they're gonna waive. The Wizards also ended up getting Trey Mann out of the deal. So it was a lot of little things that went on, but the biggest thing was the trade for Peyton Watson. That boy had a great year, and I think that he's really going to help the Cavaliers. They need somebody that's just going to help put the ball in the basket because they can't rely on Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. It seems like them boys.
No,
you gotta find them.
That's facts. Especially James Harden in the playoffs. You always gotta find him. You don't know where he's gonna be at. So that's facts. Peyton Watson definitely helps his team out a lot. Because he's gonna help on both ends of the floor. That's one thing a lot of people forget when it comes to James Harden and Donovan Mitchell. They're not defenders. They're not gonna stop a nosebleed. So you need someone else out there because you already got Jared Allen, you already got Evan Mobley, so you got 2 defenders out there. So you need another guy to help them defensively. They lost Dean Wade. Dean Wade went to Philly, so they needed someone else to help out there. And Dean Wade wasn't a great defender, but he was serviceable at what he did. He wasn't a terrible defender. So getting Peyton Watson definitely helps out defensively and scoring. I mean, the man could put up 20, 30 any night, honestly. So this definitely helps them for sure. And they were already contenders in the East, but this makes it even more.
Facts, man. Shout out to the Cavs, man. They made some type of move. I thought they was going to be stagnant, but I thought they was hoping for Braun to come, but they said Peyton to do. So
I mean, you got to show them that you're a champ, so they'd be all right without you.
All right, Dave, man, we got you here. You know, y'all made a big move this offseason, picking up Giannis, getting rid of Tyler Hero and a couple of other guys. So, you know, go ahead and, you know, talk to the people. You know, first let us know how you feel about the trade, and then I guess let us know. You feel like y'all contenders, or y'all just doing things just to be back within the picture?
Okay. I like how you phrase that. So, I'll be honest. I was shocked that we actually got Giannis when I saw it go down, because you know me. For everybody that don't know, I do all the sports news on the channel. So whenever you see anything from Refuse to Lose on Twitter, it's for me. Let me just let y'all know that now. However, well, like I said, I was shocked because all the signs were pointing to him going to Boston. Everyone kept saying that Miami wasn't in the deal, that Boston had the best chance, and he was more likely going to be there. Jaylen Brown was going to go to the Bucks, but that didn't happen. We ended up giving them the best package. We didn't give up a lot of first round picks, which shocked me because I thought we was going to have to give up a lot more than that. We gave up Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Khalil Ware, and the young point guard Jaspers. We gave up.
I be butchering that name, bro.
Look, I still be butchering. I thought I had it, and I was just like, I'm gonna just try my best. So charge it to my head, not my heart. So we gave up a dynamic scorer when he's healthy, and Tyler Hero, and Jaime Jaquez, who I loved. That was probably the one person in that trade that I wanted to keep, honestly, because of what he can do on both ends of the floor and how he can create his own shot and how he can create shots for others. So that was probably the one person I really didn't want to give up. I knew we had to give up Khalil Ware for him, so I was okay with that. And like I said, we didn't give up a lot of first round picks, so we still have some really good picks coming up soon. So if we wanted to make another move next year or something like that, we got enough space to do so. And we didn't give up the players we needed that still fit Miami Heat culture mold, because we're still a defensive team. Although last year we were second in the league in points per game. So that's one thing about Miami, is that we've always been a really good, at least top 15 defensive team almost every single time.
Yeah.
Now, to get to the next question, do I think that we're contenders, or we're just trying to get into being a contender? So I think since the roster is not fully finished yet, that we're still trying to become a contender. Do I think we can be contenders this year? Yes, I think we can be contenders this year, but I want to see how we finish the final two roster spots. Now, what I'm hearing is either DeMar DeRozan or Klay Thompson. Bradley Beal's gone. He already chose where he was going to go. Russell Westbrook retired, so Russ is not in the picture. It's basically Klay Thompson or DeMar DeRozan. That's pretty much what it's going to be. And I'm also hearing that we should probably get another big man. I'm thinking Nick Richards, possibly. I know he's still out there. That would help out as far as a defensive big to help out Bam and Giannis when they're not on the floor, or when one of the other ones are on the bench. I think what a lot of people are forgetting, or people not realizing, is that we have 4 people on the team that shot 39% or better last year.
From three?
From 3.
Okay.
Bobby Portis, Andrew Wiggins, Davion Mitchell, and Tim Hardaway Jr.
Tim Hardaway.
So we have 4 people that shot over 39% from 3 last year. Now, that is not to say that that's going to be consistent. However, based on what we did last year, seeing how they've dedicated that to their offseason workouts and what I've been seeing, I think they're at least going to be 35% or better. At least, I think. Bam has improved his shooting. I'm not saying he's going to be like Dirk Nowitzki and nothing like that from 3. That's not what I'm saying. Y'all know me when it comes to Bam. I've always been honest about him and how he is as a player. But he improved drastically from 3 last year than what he has been his entire career. So I think people at least have to be honest with him if he's out there shooting, if he's on the perimeter. I think with Giannis being there, we're going to be a top 5 defensive team. A lot of people don't realize that 4 of the 5 starters are really good defenders. If you look at Giannis, Bam, Andrew Wiggins, and Davion Mitchell, that's going to be a scary team to play against defensively, because one thing about Eric Spoelstra, he knows how to fit stars into a team that are defenders. Because look at what happened when LeBron came. We were a top 5, top 10 defensive team when LeBron came down here. When we went and got Shaq, after Wade's second year, we were a top 10 defensive team. And that's before Spo was even a coach. Pat Riley had to come down because Stan Van Gundy was messing up. So Pat Riley became the coach, but Eric Spoelstra was on the staff. So Eric Spoelstra seen that. And I honestly believe that we're going to be true contenders next year. I think we're still going to be maybe a top 5 team this year, depending on how the roster fits out. Because you still look at Philly, of course, is going to be up there. The Knicks are going to be up there. The Cavaliers are going to be up there. But if you look at all the other teams, I think we're right there with them. I don't think we don't have the talent that Philly has, honestly. I mean, they got LeBron, Maxey, Brown. They got Simons on the bench. They got a lot. They got Embiid still, so it's a lot to deal with. Now, if you look at other teams and like Detroit didn't improve on what they did last year. They stayed the same old guy, maybe a little worse. They did go and get John.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
They did go and get John Collins, but they didn't improve much, which is why when Carl had made that statement about us having more TV time, I mean, well, we went and got Giannis. Y'all didn't really do anything.
True.
And it's Miami. So it makes sense for Miami to have more TV time. People want to see that because Giannis is on a brand new team. He's still a top 5 player in the NBA. Yes, he has been hurt the last couple of years, but he's still a top 5 player in the NBA. I mean, in the last he's number 1 in points, rebounds, 20-point games, 30-point games, 20-10 games, 30-10 games. I mean, Giannis is still one of those guys, and he won a championship and a Finals MVP within the last decade. So he's 5 years removed from his championship. So it's been a while, but Giannis is still Giannis. So he's still going to be able to do what he needs to do. So I think that we are on the verge of becoming contenders, but we're not there just yet. I don't think we're going to have a bad year either. I don't think we're going to be a playing team like we were the last few years because, yes, we don't have Norman Powell anymore, but Norman Powell was only there last year. He's not like he was there forever. He was there for 1 year. Right. Tyler Hero is gone, but Tyler Hero hasn't been healthy. He's been in and out. And Tyler Hero has shown, even with him being healthy, he ain't the guy he's not the guy. There was a series against Boston where he was supposed to be the guy, and he got shut down. He got strapped. He couldn't do anything. So there it is. And that's no hate against Tyler Hero. He just wasn't the guy. He's a good scorer, but he can't be your number 2 or number 1, in my opinion. He has to be at least your third best player in order for you to be successful. Because when Jimmy Butler was there, he was the third best player. It was Jimmy, Bam, Tyler Hero.
Right.
So in order for you to be successful, that's what you need. And Jimmy wasn't a superstar. He just had a superstar moments in the playoffs.
Right.
With Giannis, I think that's changed drastically. I think we're at least going to be a 50-win team this year. At least I think we won 43 games last year, and that was without having a superstar. That's with all the injuries we had, and that's with us having being number 1 in pace last year. It's something that you never hear about Miami Heat, but Eric Spoelstra just knows how to adjust his team no matter what he has around him. And I think I think some people don't forget that we have Eric Spoelstra as our head coach and think that since we only got Giannis, people forget that we got Bobby Portis on the team as well. So we didn't just get Giannis. Bobby Portis comes over. He's a good defender, and he's a good shooter as well. So I think that we're on the verge of being contenders, but we're not there just yet.
So let me ask you this. Fourth quarter, close game. Who taking y'all home?
It's going to be Giannis. It's going to have to be. He's a superstar. Giannis is the guy.
You think he's capable of that, though, like on a night-to-night basis of closing? You think he's a closer? Let me ask you that.
Do I think Giannis is a closer? No, because when he was in Milwaukee, the closer was Chris Middleton.
Well, listen,
I don't think he is a closer, but he will have to be the closer. We don't have a guy on the team right now, as the team is constructed, to say that they're closer. Oh, Wiggins maybe, but I don't think he.
Yeah.
I don't think he is that guy anymore. I mean, he's
on a
still
good night he can close. I get it, you know.
yeah, on a good
Now,
night.
when you brought up DeMar DeRozan, you speaking my language. You know, I think that's what y'all need, a guy like that. Now, the Norman Powell thing, I'm not gonna lie. Norman Powell, I got this. Shout out to Draymond. He said Brown had 83 points. He the closer. He better close his mouth talking about that game. That's what you need to close. Talking all that smack.
They gotta stop asking him questions. They keep asking him every single time. They stop asking him. That's what I be wanting. I want him to be quiet, but they keep asking him. So I was like, all right, I guess you have to answer it. But
yeah, you do. That was funny. See, this is the thing for me. I felt like y'all dropped the ball a little bit because I feel like re-signing a guy like a Norman Powell with what y'all have now, that makes y'all contenders, bro. That makes y'all contenders.
See, the thing is, I can agree, but you have to look at the situation that we were in at that time. The situation is we had to go get Giannis, which means with getting him, that puts more money on the books for us.
Bobby Portis came with him. That's what messed you up.
That too, but not even that. Wiggins' contract. Wiggins had a player option.
Yeah.
If he didn't lock into that and he just took a deal, then we would have been able to sign Norman Powell. But he locked into that contract, so that made us. We didn't have the money to offer him. So
what about your boy Jovic? Y'all can't move him.
Nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him. Vaughn, you've known me long enough. Since he's been on the team, how many times have I been trying to get rid of him?
Yeah, you have.
Nobody wants him. Nobody wants him. I think the only team that wants him now is the Dallas Mavericks, but we're not trading him for Klay Thompson. Also, Klay Thompson is still a really good shooter. Don't get me wrong, but we're not trading a young piece for Klay Thompson where he can be bought out. What would be the point of that? That makes no sense. And if he doesn't get bought out, okay, we can go sign somebody else. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Like I said, we have enough players on the team that shot over 39% from three. People say we need shooters, but we have guys. We have competent shooters on the team. So that's one. People keep saying that. They don't. That's how I know they didn't watch Miami last year. But I wanted Norman Powell to come back. The situation just didn't come up for us for that to be possible. It was mainly because of Andrew Wiggins' contract. If he didn't opt into his contract, then Norman Powell would be with Miami because I know that they would have at least talked to him to offer him a contract.
Wiggins getting $30 million this year.
Exactly. And when the deal came, when he got the extension, I was like, okay, good, we good. And they was like, no, he signed it. He opted in, then got the contract. I was like, oh, come on. That was pointless. He said he saved his money for next year. Why not save his money for this year and next year? But
because next year he only getting 16, yeah. But that's still 30 mil. I ain't gonna lie. If I Wiggins, I gotta get my 30 mil too. You feel me?
Look, I understand. I'm taking my 30 mil as well. But
so it sounds like this. Sound like y'all said, you know what, Powell, we love you. You know, but we need Giannis. So we're gonna have to, and that's crazy because that's what Norman Powell said in the interview. He like, I felt like it was like, you know, we gotta, if you want Giannis, you gotta take Portis. And I felt like after that happened, that messed up the deal. Cause he said y'all were in talks, things were sounding good, you know, but soon that happened, that's when things was like, yeah, you know, we can't make that happen no more, you know.
It was just impossible. It was impossible with Giannis and Bobby coming over and Andrew Wiggins signing opting to his contract. It was like, all right, well, we can't get him.
Yeah, it sucks that Jovic has this contract. Like, when did y'all extended his rookie contract?
Yeah,
4 years, $62 million.
Why we did that, I don't know. It made absolutely no sense to me. But
there's no options though.
I will say in the 2024-2025 season, he shot over 37% from three. So they thought that was going to improve the next season. So I understood it, but I saw the traits. I was like, he's not consistent enough to get the next contract. I would have made him fight for another contract before I just gave it to him. That's just me.
Yeah, I know you're not a big fan of bro.
No, I want him to be good, but he just hasn't shown this to me. I would have rather have kept Jaime Jaquez and traded Nikola Jovic.
I agree with you on that. Last year he shot 26.9% from three.
Exactly. Yeah, I got them numbers in my head. That's how I knew when you was about to say the number. He shot terribly last year. He was a shell of himself from the year before.
J-Mo said, y'all keeping Powell would have been great for this team. They need a very good perimeter creator alongside Bam and Giannis. That's a fact. Now, listen, your point guard, I love the guy. Davion Mitchell, he came a long way, I feel like, offensively in the NBA. We knew he could score in college, but in the NBA, he first came out as just a defender. But now he a pretty good point guard. He'd be getting like a lot of 10 assist games, 8 assist games. Probably top 5 perimeter defender in the league. We already know that. Defense is not a problem. He can hit the three, you know. Who y'all gonna start the two? Tim Hardaway, maybe?
More than likely, until we figure out who else we're gonna sign. If we sign DeMar DeRozan, then DeMar DeRozan is gonna start. More than likely.
Yeah. No, I think that's probably the best move for y'all. It's gonna be DeMar DeRozan got some thinking to do.
It's a battle though, because Denver is trying to sign him too.
So. Denver trying to get him too. I'm hip. I kind of like him more with y'all, to be honest. You know, Denver has Jokic, who dominates the ball a lot,
and Jamal Murray.
So I think with y'all, I think he will help y'all a lot more than them because they got Jokic. Jokic can close and get buckets, and Murray. You know, they need more off-ball guys that's gonna do stuff off the ball. I think DeMar DeRozan is a guy that he can relieve pressure off of everybody, especially if he's coming in off starting or even off the bench. You know. Late in the game, even if he's not a guy that's going to average 25, he can give you, a couple buckets down the stretch. He can slow the game down for you, so Giannis ain't having to do all the work. And another guy, Bam. I mean, dude, what J-Mo said, you dropped 83, bro. You got a pretty decent mid-range. I be seeing players in the league say, Bam one of the best one-on-one players in the league. It's hard to stop Bam.
Everybody said it. Beasley done said it. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. Everybody has said it. I'm just like, why don't I see this on a nightly basis then? But I thought about it too, though. I know why I don't see it on a nightly basis. It's Spo. Spo would rather him be the point forward than him just be a dynamic scorer. Because there's been plenty of nights I've seen him go off. Even the game at 83, before he had 83, I think he had 60 at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Like he was balling the whole game. The Wizards couldn't stop him. He was cooking them from three. He was driving the ball on them. They couldn't stop him at all. And he was strapping. So he was good on both ends of the floor. And that's the thing is Bam can be a top. Bam can be Bam has the ability to average 25 and 12 on any night. He has the ability to do that as a 6'9" forward center.
Now maybe this right here, add Giannis, because Giannis can check centers. And centers normally be on Giannis. Now, I think that this might bring out the best out of Bam, though. Him not having to check all the bigs all the time. Giannis is down there helping out with that. And he's even matched up with smaller defenders. He can take advantage of that. So we're looking for Bam to have a big year this year. We're looking for Bam to it should be a Bam Giannis show. Damn okay.
Boy, hilarious. We already said we're not getting the nasty. I'm sorry, but that would have been something. I ain't gonna lie. I would find him.
You don't want all that on the bench. He be wilding on the bench. Yeah,
he do. No. Spo would have had to calm him down. Send him to the shot really.
But I think this might bring the best out of Bam. Now that's who I got my spotlight on for this season is Bam Adebayo. Now Giannis, I've been watching Giannis. Like I said, like last year in Milwaukee, I wasn't impressed. He seemed like the same old player to me. Just a downhill killer. He hasn't really expanded his midi that much. He can hit some middies, but it's not consistent. So we're on the same page then, Dave. You know, I don't think y'all gonna be scrubs. I don't think y'all are true contenders at this very moment. So I feel like y'all are making the necessary steps to get back within that contention with an actual superstar this time.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we haven't had since Brown. We haven't had a true superstar. Like I said, when we got Jimmy, everyone was counting us out. Oh, y'all not gonna be able to make the playoffs. Y'all might not gonna get out of the first round, and that was totally different. We went to the finals the first year he was there. I mean, it was the bubble, but I mean, Braun and them made it there. I don't take anything away from Braun and them making the bubble and winning a championship. A lot of NBA players said that was the hardest championship to win. That was the hardest competition because there's no crowd noise. There's no you just out there balling. This is you against them. So, and then we made it another year when we were the 8th seed. So I know what these guys are capable of. I know what this coach can do. I know what Spo can do. Spo to me, outside of Steve Kerr, and I have my criticism of Steve Kerr. I think Spo is the best coach in the league because of what he can do, the way he can win with any team. We've seen him win 41 games in the second half of a season with I can't remember his freaking name, man. I can't remember his name. I just know he made a shot against Golden State that year for us to win that game. I'm blanking on his name. But spoken with any roster. You seen him win with Dwayne Wade before Braun got there. You seen him win with Dwayne Wade when Braun got there. You seen him win with Wade and Bosh before Bosh had the blood clash the year LeBron left. That's why I tell a lot of people you can't compare Miami Heat to all the teams LeBron left because Miami Heat were still a good team. It's just that Bosh didn't get those blood clots.
Right.
We would have been a playoff team. You couldn't have put us in that situation because Wade and Bosh were still having pretty good years after LeBron had left.
That's facts.
And I mean, Spo did it with Jimmy Butler as his best player and having defenders come over there, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, players that have barely been able to do anything anywhere else. Now, Strus has contributed with the Cavaliers, but he's not what he was when he's with Miami. Caleb Martin, he's been the same since he left. He's been with multiple different teams. So, and Miami Heat players, when they go to other teams, they don't really do well. Even when Wade left and went to Chicago, he wasn't that good with Chicago or Cleveland.
No, he was. We know. Believe that. I felt bad for my man for a second.
I did too. I said he should have never left, but I understood. Miami wasn't giving him the money he deserved. So
yeah, because y'all was underpaying him all his career, right?
Just about. He took a pay cut to him and Braun took a pay cut for Bosh to come and for Udonis Haslem to stay on the team. Because
he never got a max deal with y'all, right?
Never got a max deal.
Hey man, that's the Heat, man. You know, hey, we're on the same page though, Dave. You know what I'm saying? You know, after hearing what you had to say, I kind of agree with a lot of your points. I do think y'all are going to be very formidable defensively. Oh my goodness, that's going to be crazy for some teams. They're going to have to hope y'all start Tim Hardaway and they're going to have to attack him or something because everybody else out there dogs on defense. So that's going to be that's one real good point you made right there for sure. All right, man. You got anything else you want to add about your Heat?
Hey man, only thing I can say is watch out for Giannis going for an MVP this year. I feel like I'm not saying he's going to win MVP, but I feel like he has that mentality and that attitude that he wants that because he got shut down last year when he didn't want to get shut down. He wanted to come back and play, and Milwaukee was like, no. They said they shut him down and said, no, we need you to just relax. We're gonna trade you this all season. That's what happened, and now you're in Miami. People are down Miami now. People think that Miami's going to be a playing team. I heard someone say that had a mic. I don't know. I don't even remember who this guy podcast was. But he said that the Miami Heat are not going to be a top 15 defensive team this year.
Oh, he is crazy.
I said, serious? I said, we were a top 15 team defensively last year without Giannis. We added Giannis, and you think the defense is going to get worse? That just didn't make sense. So
that's crazy. He tripping. Him and Bam down there, yeah. With Wiggins and Mitchell up top, yeah.
and the thing is, we have
Good luck.
three of those players can check at least 4 or 5 positions. Wiggins can check 1 through 4. Bam can check 1 through 5. Giannis can also check 1 through 5. They both have done it. Kyrie has said that the toughest guy that defends him is Bam.
Yeah, Bam is a really good defender. He can defend 1 through 5. He is very good, very versatile. You got a lot of guys like that. Him, Wiggins, and Giannis are guys that can check multiple positions. And then Mitchell, he got any guard on lock. I mean,
any guard on lock.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna have no easy. You're not having no easy night with Davion Mitchell out there.
you know, the number 1 pick, AJ, he said he went up against Davion in the practice. He said, "Hey y'all, the straps is real." He said he's strong as I don't know what, and he don't foul. It was fun. I said, "Yeah, that's when you know you got you a good defender right there, man." All right, Dave, man. You know, like I said, man, we're on the same page. I'm glad you came on. You know, you let me know what you're talking about. You know, now I understand where you're coming from. You know, I thought you was gonna come on here and say y'all the Contenders. I was about to say, all right, Dave.
Nah, man, come on, Ron,
put the drink down, Dave. I'll get you.
I'm too realistic, man. You know me. I'm not the one that's gonna come out there and say all this crazy stuff. I'm too realistic when it comes to my team. I always got certain reasons, and I pull out facts and all that. You know me. I don't talk crazy that much, unless I'm just trying to joke around.
Right. Some people, you know, you can't do that kind of stuff. They take everything serious or literal, I must say. Well, you know, I ain't gonna go there. But, you know. But they go ahead, get the people your last words. Let them know where they can find you at, my boy.
Hey, you can find me on Dave's Doghouse. I will be going live tomorrow. Time to be determined, but I will be going live again tomorrow. And Vaughn, all I'm gonna say is you need to make sure you tune in for Who's the Dog of the Week. You need to.
I definitely will.
Make sure you tune into that. Because you're gonna like it. I think a few of our people that look at the WNBA that was in the comments are gonna like it as well, because it's gonna make a lot of sense.
Okay.
But make sure that you also subscribe to RBO, because this guy is doing his thing right now. He's doing, like I said, he's doing his thing. Me and Vaughn were right there, and he surpassed me as far as subscribers for the month. It's really me, him, and Carl really doing our thing. Red Corner has jumped in the conversation. But it's been us three right there. So just letting y'all know, subscribe to Vaughn. He know he talking about kind of basketball. And then of course, go subscribe to Dave's Doghouse. I mean, I'm the most unique show in the network. No one does what I do. No one talks about what I talk about. I talk about highlights and lowlights of everybody in sports. It doesn't matter if you're the interpreter. It don't matter if you're the manager. It doesn't matter if you're the mom.
The mascot.
The mascot don't matter who it is. If you do something great in sports, I'm going to talk about you. If you do something terrible, I'm going to talk about you. It all depends on what you decide to do. And you're not in the doghouse forever. You have an opportunity to come out, but you got to show me that you want to get out. So that's where you can find me.
Yes, sir, man. And RBO and Dave's Doghouse aren't the only shows on the network. We have all the other shows linked down low, from baseball to boxing to a little bit of everything. Some soccer in there, college sports. So definitely check all the different shows out as well. Click the link to become a member of the R2L family. Shout out to our Mystics, Dave. We're going to the playoffs, man. We got this young team, the youngest in the W, going to the playoffs, doing their thing. And we got a battle this year. You know, we got to deal with Giannis now. You know what I'm saying? The previous years, I wasn't worried. I'm like, I ain't worried about nobody over there. But I know Giannis is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So my Orlando Magic will have their hands full this year dealing with Giannis four times. So that's gonna be fun. So the series is gonna be intense this year. But thank everybody for tuning in. We go live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. and we will not disappoint, man. You know your boy gonna be here. I might have another guest. Make sure you tune into Dave's Doghouse tomorrow. Like you said, the time is to be determined right now. But just subscribe. That's why you guys subscribe. Once you go live, it pops up for you instantly. That's the easiest way to know without knowing. You feel what I'm saying? It's the easiest way to do it. I'm just helping you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm being a good man right now. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
But you know, just like J-Mo said, shout out to the Mythics, man. Young team be balling for sure. And that's why it's always gonna be a show with your boy Von. Because no real ballers gonna ball.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.